In this video, we will see how we can add this password text field and also this confirm password, okay? So let's put this guy here, and what we can do, we can simply copy what we have here on this login view, okay? But as we already saw in the previous video, we don't want to duplicate our code, okay? So what we can do, we can come on this share folder, and what we want a new view, okay? So new file, and it's gonna to be a SwiftUI view, and for the name we will call it password field, okay? Click on create, and here in this view, what we want, we simply want to come here and copy what we have, okay? So for our password, I think our password is this one, okay, this guy. So what we can do, we can copy everything and we can simply come here and paste it here. And of course we need this password. So if we go back to this login, what we can do, we can simply copy this binding and come here and paste it. Let's see, we also need this show password, okay? So what we can do, we can go back here and copy this state, and what we want to do, we want to come here and paste it. And I think normally we should be okay. And here of course we need to provide what we have to. So here what we want to provide a password. So here it's gonna to be password, and for now we can simply put an empty string. Okay, perfect. So now normally everything should be okay, and we are supposed to see our password text field. And look at that, we have our text field, okay? So if we take the finish up, here we have password and here we have confirm password, okay? So which means we need to also provide this one, okay? So here for this text field, we don't want the same value for this password and confirm password. So what we can do, we can come here and provide another placeholder, okay? So if we go on this text field icon, we can simply copy this, and here for password field, what we want to paste this one, and here instead of this password here, what we can do, we can simply provide this placeholder, okay? So if I cut this, and here for preview, of course we have another error, so we can hit on this fix, and here for placeholder, you can simply paste our password here, okay? And normally everything should still be okay. So let's see if I enter something and I hit on this one, and normally everything is supposed to work. And remember, this one is not working on our emulator, because here inside the emulator, every time we toggle this one will recompose, okay? And because of that recomposition, this text field will lose the state, okay? So that's the reason why it's not working here, okay? But if we launch the app, everything is working perfectly, okay? So now that we have this guy, this password field, what we can do, we can simply copy this, okay? And if we go back on this login view, here for password, instead of this hashtag, what we can do, we can simply call this password field, okay? And of course, here we need to provide a password and a placeholder, okay? So if we click on this one, here for binding, oops, my bad, this is the button, okay? So that's my bad. So let me cut this guy. And where is our password text field? So let's see. So this is our password. So what we want to do, we want to paste it here. And here for our binding, what we want this password, okay? So we can copy this and paste it here. And here for a placeholder, we need this one, password here. So if you copy this and paste it here, normally we are supposed to see another text field, okay? And now that we have that, what we can do, we can simply come here and remove everything, okay? So if we remove this, everything is still supposed to work, okay? And as you guys can see, everything is still working, okay? And now, because we want to add the same thing for our sign up view, what we can do, we can go back on our sign up view, and here after this on text field, what we want another password field, okay? So we want this guy, and we have an error, okay? We have an error because we don't have this password. So what we can do, we can go back on this on login, and we can simply copy this and you can paste it here, and normally the error should go away. And of course we have another error here because we need to provide this password, and here we can simply put an empty string, so constant with this empty string, okay? And normally everything should be okay. And of course we also need this confirm password, okay? So what we can do, we can again copy this, paste it down here. Here instead of password, what we want is confirm password. and we want to copy this. And here, instead of password, what we want is this confirm password. And here we want to also provide this confirm password, okay? And it's gonna to be an empty string. Okay, with that said, I think that's pretty much it, okay? But we have a small problem, okay? Because as you guys can see, here for password field, we have this overlay property, okay? And this overlay property is pretty much the same thing than this overlay property, okay? So this is the overlay that will apply this rounded rectangle, okay? And we use it pretty much everywhere in our app, okay? So it might be a good idea for us to remove this from here and to apply this to a style, okay? So that we'll be able to simply say, okay, here we want to apply the rounded rectangle, or maybe our rounded rectangle style, okay? Something like this, okay? So that we don't have to duplicate this code over and over, okay? And we did the same thing for H1, okay? So you guys can do this as an exercise, okay? Find a way to remove this overlay property, to apply this to a style, and then to just provide this for any view that we want, okay? So I hope you will really take the time to do this exercise, okay? Because in the next video, that's exactly what we are gonna to do, okay? We will extract this one, this property, this overlay to a style, okay? And by doing so, as we said before, we'll be able to change variable, okay? Let's say that for some reason in our app, we don't want a corner radius of 10 anymore. We want something of 20, for example, okay? We don't want to go all over our app and change it everywhere, okay? So that's why we want this code to be in a single place, okay? And in that place, if we want to improve our style, we can simply make the change only on that specific file, okay? And that change is supposed to be applied to the whole app, okay? So this is what we will do in the next video. So guys, get excited for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.